Conor, yesterday morning I woke up and I checked Twitter, and I was just scrolling, and then all of a sudden I just had this little rush of blood down below, and I thought,
in the morning glory, everyone gets that, Aidan.
Well, this was a special one.
What for?
Entertainment Weekly.
Yes, of course.
Specifically the Shooty Gatwa photo shoots
with Mr. Gatwa, as Crispy called him today on Twitter.
God, how handsome, how hot, how sexy. It is insane that he is Doctor Who. Do
you know what's funny? Like, I hate gym bros, always have. But
sorry,
Shooty,
who? Gym bros.
Like the gym bros. But I know Shooty goes to the gym. You can obviously tell. And he said it's so good for his health, and I'm like, yeah, I can get around Shooty. That does kind of inspire me to want to get. You want
to look like Shooty and get all.
I mean, yeah,
get those high waist pants.
Look at everyone comments on his legs.
Oh, the legs.
He never skips leg day.
Oh, there's stuff going on in my brain.
So many damn costumes, Aidan.
I know, there are so many. Like,
there's never going to be just one, is there?
No.
I do wish there was just a. I guess to be fair, I guess the leather jacket is kind of like the.
Yeah, I hope there's like
main
one costume that we maybe see like twice a season or something like that.
That's what I mean.
I don't know, just like the posters and things like that. You want that like iconography.
A little bit of, but I guess that is kind of the leather jacket one. It's so, why was the promo picture the beautiful tweed jacket with the orange, which is my favourite out of all of them, which literally is in there for 5 seconds.
Shot with a fucking cowboy hat.
I'm still hoping that comes back into play later.
No.
And we get to see it again.
That cowboy hat can rot in hell.
Not the cowboy hat, just the costume.
It's like I'm scrolling down Entertainment Weekly and I see them pictures of Shooty. I'm like, oh, something's going on down below. And then I see a picture of Shooty in the cowboy hat, and I'm like, all right, I'm fine. I can get on with my day. We don't need the cowboy hat.
The rest of the costume is so stunning and beautiful, and I love it. And I don't think we're ever going to see it again. And that makes me so mad and cross that you played with my feelings like that. I'm not happy. Okay,
those poor fuckers that like instantly went out and like made a cosplay.
I've seen a few people
only for it to be in one shot in an episode.
Yeah, that's the insane thing. That's what leads me to believe that it will come back at least once, maybe, hopefully.
Need a budget episode, and then they can whip that on.
Hey, there's no such thing as a budget episode in Disney now, baby.
Yeah, well, there is when you can't afford the Beatles. Today's show, we're going to do another round of Australia's favourite segment, by the way. Everyone seems to be loving this segment. Lots of nice words about it, and lots of people opted in for the for today's version of the segment, Upgrade or Delete.
Well, thanks, man.
Australia's favourite segment. This time it's going to be focused on your companion hot takes. We're going to be talking about that brand new poster. We're going to be talking about some like interesting news about how we've had a new companion officially confirmed after it being rumoured for so long. And then RTD sort of comments on the whole drama of the whole Millie been dropped, fired sort of shenanigans.
What's her name again?
Her name is Vera.
That's it, Vera.
Verada Sithu.
Verada. My mum watches Vera.
But we will get onto that shortly.
The TV show.
Not your mum watching Vera, but we'll get on to talking about Verada.
We'll write down my mum watching Vera.
and then we're going to get onto our Planet of Giants review, the old classic, the opener for Season 2 with William Hartnell. Not to be confused with Season 2 in 2025. And then just to wrap things up, I think we should just sort of give our listeners a heads up of what's happening with the show, because we're heading into Season 1, the new era of the Disneyverse, and
we don't know what's going on.
We don't know we do, and we're gonna tell you what's going on.
One quick comment before we go to the song. I have made a executive decision, and don't worry, I will still swear, but I have noticed recently that every second word is an F-bomb.
Right.
And I'm a bit embarrassed because I feel like it just makes me sound like it's pub talk, you know. I'm like, pub talk. F this, F that. Yeah. Like, I always go, you're fucking, and it did this and all that. So anyway, I am going to make a conscious effort to swear. I will still swear. I don't want it every time I swear now you to look at me and be like, oi. You just said you wouldn't do it. I will still swear, but I'm going to make a conscious effort to swear a little less because I feel like it makes me look a bit like a twat because I do it too much.
My conscious effort for a while, and I'm not always successful at this, is to try not to swear in like the first 10 minutes.
That's a good.
Just because I think that helps the algorithm from what I've heard.
First minute is the most integral.
Right. Okay. No big F-bombs. Anyways, we're the 50% Doctor Who podcast. We talk about Doctor Who roughly 50% of the time. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at 50Doctor, on TikTok at 50Doctor Who. Subscribe if you hadn't already. Hit that thanks button if you want to donate, or you can donate in the Ko-fi, link down below. Follow us on Spotify or whatever, and you can give us a 5-star review over on Spotify as well. We're higher rated than the official Doctor Who podcast, so that's why you should definitely be sticking around. And there's been quite a few influx of new listeners on the Spotify lately. So
sorry, Crystal D.
No, yeah.
50% cat. Oh, please. When you're getting paid for the BBC, you set yourself up for that kind of stuff.
That is true.
Cut my nails today, by the way. And some. I feel fresh. I feel ready to do the pod. I'm fresh. I feel clean.
Yeah, I bit mine today. I ripped him off with my...
Yeah, I did.
Like a canine. Like a canine?
Like a canine.
Okay. Affirmative, master.
Affirmative, master.
All right, let's get into
the fucking answer when it's important.
Oh, Tom. Let's get into Australia's favourite segment, Upgrade in Progress.
Upgrade in Progress.
That's not Australia's greatest segment, and that's the old listeners will get mad at you for saying that.
No, but this is now Australia's favourite segment. The fans love it, and it's great. This is the segment where we ask your guys' opinions and hot takes online, and next week, I think we get your Doctor hot takes. All right, so whether it's Doctor rankings, Doctor arcs, anything to do with the Doctor, maybe a Doctor stayed too long or something like that, write them down below, and we'll put a call out on the socials as well. And I think it's like a great bit of fan interaction, listener interaction, to sort of get them and read them.
I'm going to comment my one. The Doctor shouldn't be a woman.
And then what we do is we either upgrade it or delete it. If we upgrade it, it means that we love your opinion. If we delete it, it means don't quit your day job, love. Okay, so
whatever that is.
I asked for your companion hot takes online.
Yeah.
Let's start. All right, Connor, I'm going to read them. I want you to upgrade or delete them, okay?
Got it.
Crispy Pro. In a very fucking controversial one to start off here, okay?
Yeah, this was insane.
There was some hot debate on the Twitters after this. Crispy says there should have been a different companion in the 60th. So I'm assuming he means no Donna, replace Donna with another companion. Are you upgrading or deleting that?
I took it as he meant like maybe it should have been a different companion other than Donna, as in like could have been like a Martha or someone
instead of Donna.
Yeah,
I think that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say delete.
You're deleting,
but again, it's hard. It's so hard just to have one. It's so hard just to say yes or no because I'm like, yeah, I would have loved to have seen different varieties. But I think Donna coming back certainly worked for the 60th, and Catherine Tate is just so great.
I'm gonna upgrade it.
Oh,
I think Martha.
I would love. I'm dying for her to come back.
Martha, there's so much more room for her character, and the thing is with Donna, the way they sort of lodged her in is that she didn't really have a character arc. She'd clearly grown since
that is true
since the end of time, but she needed an arc in these specials, but she didn't get, and they had to spend a whole episode to quickly cram a resolution to that arc. Whereas if you have Martha, it's just you can just pick things up where they left off, and maybe there's a scene with Donna. Maybe there's a scene with Donna in the Star Beast, and then in the Giggle they can maybe resolve that meta crisis thing in that episode. But they could have had that as like a through line in the background, where like,
and they know each other
exactly. So they don't have to rush this Donna thing in episode 1. Maybe if Donna was almost like a replace Mel and was like just in the background of the Giggle, or maybe in the background of the Star Beast, and then a larger role in the Giggle. Maybe they could have chipped away at that story a little bit better, but then have the Doctor and Martha go on a journey together. Because
you're actually right though, because I guess Donna's her whole arc is basically just like, I'm a mother now. Like,
yeah,
I'm a mother.
I think it would have been much more interesting if Donna got her memories back, and then automatically she was like, we need to go on adventures, we need to go traveling, and then throughout the course of Wild Blue Yonder and the Giggle, she starts to be like, no, that's not the life I want anymore. I want to be home with the kids. Whereas
the kids, how many she got?
Whereas now she's, the way it happens is like she gets her memories back and she's like, no, Doctor, I don't want to travel with you. I think it would be way more interesting if she wanted to travel with him and then had a reality check to be like, this isn't the life that I actually want now. I've grown past that. I think that would have been really real and would have worked well with 14's arc about slowing down as well.
Yeah, I think maybe they probably picked her just because like she is just like the no strings attached companion. Rose and 10 were very relationship. Martha and 10 were like, Martha loved him and he didn't feel the same way back. I feel like with Donna,
and now she's married to Noel Clarke.
And now she's canon-wise, yes.
To Mickey, I should say.
I'm sure that maybe is gone now, but it's like with Donna, I know that's a breath of fresh air a lot of people enjoyed, was that they were just mates. And I think the 60th was just like, it's the boys hanging out. It's like, hey,
get it, girl.
Go on, get a beer down you, mate. Go on. Like that kind of thing, you know?
Jacob's one here makes me laugh, okay? Jacob says, make them Australian and start fighting all the aliens instead of running away. So
I don't really get this one.
What makes me laugh is that Jacob's perception of Australians is that we just fight shit.
We do. You walk into the pub and it's a fight to who gets
Let's fucking go. No, I actually think that's more British. I was talking to like my UK family when they came over and they couldn't believe how family-friendly Australian football was.
That's good.
Because they were like, you go to like Old Trafford dressed in a City shirt and you're like getting shanked. They're fucking getting you in the kidneys.
The stands are awful.
Yeah.
It's really bad. I don't know how anyone could watch that shit. I don't really get this, though. Make them Australians, start fighting all the aliens instead of... What do you mean running away? As in, like...
Because companions always run away. Like, oh...
What Jacob's saying... classic running down corridors type thing?
If they're Australian, a fucking, like...
Right.
Beat the meat will come up and the Australian will go, fuck no!
Pop it in the snout.
Pop that shit.
Oh, poor Beep.
So I'm going to upgrade that. I reckon.
Sure. I want another Aussie. We've already got Tegan Joe Franca.
We've already got Tegan Joe Franca smashing bitches as she fights her way through. I want more of that energy. I want more of that Jovanka energy.
Yeah, Jovanka's great. I would love to have another Australian companion, to be fair. So I'll upgrade it.
2 upgrades. That's a good one from you, Jacob. Jeremy says, I've said it before, but I'm so sick of modern day companions. I'd love to see Shooty with a companion like Jamie or Victorian era Clara. Instant upgrade. I think we all... Surely you agree with that, Conor?
To be fair, though, I think Verica, or whatever the fuck her name is, I think she's from the past, so you might be in luck.
We don't really know. We saw like one... They've only been on location like once together and they were in period clothing. That might have been like a random episode.
Exactly. It could have just been a random episode. Whenever I think of Victorian era Clara, I think of that awful episode, The Snowman.
I love that, though.
Paternoster Gang. I'm going to say delete. I'm not a fan. Sorry. Next.
I upgrade. I love it. That being said, I think Millie is good to have alongside Shooty because you're bringing on the new generation, and the new generation doesn't necessarily want to jump straight to a Victorian companion. I think having a trendy modern day companion.
And Jamie from the second Doctor. So what? He was what from what era?
Scottish.
What era? Scottish. Wasn't he just from the time that?
Well, apparently
Doctor Who was airing.
I don't know. Old Scotland.
It's just Scotland, but older.
Scotland.
Just old Scotland, but older. Okay.
Okay. Adam says Clara's tenure should have finished up with the 11th Doctor. Now I want to pause there.
Hold and read next. It says on the sheet.
On the run sheet. Yeah, I was making sure we didn't jump the gun with it because Jeremy, I think over on YouTube, he double dips and he says Clara and 11. So this is a separate hot take, but it connects to Adam's. So Jeremy then says Clara and 11 had little to no chemistry compared to Clara and 12. It almost seemed like Matt was missing Karen in 7B, as we know he considered leaving at the same time she did. So Adam's saying that Clara should have finished with 11, but Jeremy's sort of saying, Clara only gets good with 12. Whose statement are you upgrading and who's you deleting?
I definitely do think that I understand what Adam's saying, because Clara definitely... I think Jenna stayed on for too long. 3 seasons for a companion is a lot.
Yaz.
Yeah, and I feel the same way about that. I guess it is the unique thing is that we've only had in New Who 2 companions who have transitioned over from Doctors, like with one with Billy and one with Jenna. So that is kind of cool. But yeah, I think Clara's character just got so fucking convoluted, and just it's like we did the Impossible Girl storyline, and now we don't really know what to do. We're just gonna make her a bit more edgier, and it was just so cringe, and I couldn't really stand it, even though I do really like Clara and I do simp Jenna, but I am going with Adam on this one. I'm going to say upgrade to Adam. I'm sorry, Jeremy. I'm
upgrading Jeremy's
twice, I think.
I'm upgrading Jeremy's. I think...
Yes.
I love the dynamic of Clara and 12. I think... I don't really know Clara's companion when she's with 11. Like, I kind of don't know...
She's the Impossible Girl.
I don't know her character. I don't really know her story. She just plays a companion. And she does that well. But I feel like only with Pete do we start to see her nuances and the things that sort of make her a little bit different. And I love her. I can see why people think she stays on too long, and I think she probably did. But I still enjoy her all the way through Series 9. And I enjoy where they take her character. I think it was a little risky to go, this character goes too far. She's kind of getting a bit annoying. But, and that will ultimately lead her to a demise. I quite like that as a thing, and a consequence to the Doctor's actions. I quite like that.
I do appreciate how they fall out as well.
That's good.
I want to see that with Millie and Shooty, quite frankly.
Yeah, have them scrap. Like Australians.
Like full on, yeah, just like the Aussies in the pubs.
All right, Tempest says...
Oh, my Lord.
I think this one works really well as well for the segment. Tempest says, imagine if Bill continued being a companion as a Cyberman.
As a Mondasian Cyberman.
Could you imagine?
I rewatched that.
It'd be like a new version of K9, but a Cyberman.
I rewatched that 2 weeks ago. Such a great final.
Banger.
I'm going to delete that with Peace and Love. I think that's a horrendous idea. No offense. It's an interesting idea.
It's a take.
I think it would take away from, just like they did with Strax, it takes away from the fear of, Sontarans became until with Peace and Love, and I think until Chibnall took over, then they became friending again.
And then they decided to eat chocolate, and it was
that chocolate. Honestly, what on God's green earth am I watching? Yeah, no, that I hate.
But I do think you're taking this one a little bit too seriously. I think this is a joke.
I take my job very seriously, Aidan, quite frankly.
Fuck, I'm gonna upgrade it. I hope there's somewhere in the TARDIS.
Wow, we're not agreeing to.
I hope Bill's just in a fucking closet, going pain.
I waited for you. Such a
pain.
I love how dark that final is. I want to give Stephen Moffat a hug for doing that.
Yeah, I want to give him a red wine and kiss him.
He does love his red wine.
Beaver Wilfred. Don't know what that's about. Maybe that is Beaver's name.
Another word for vagina. Just your silence.
Okay.
Just your silence.
I'm trying to figure out
dead air. Jesus.
I'm trying to figure out which of the two names is the other word for vagina. Beaver. Or Wilf. Okay, I'd never heard that.
Really?
I think you're so filthy, man. You know every word in the book for.
I kind of do.
Vagina.
I kind of do.
All right. So Beaver Wilfred says it's about time Susan came back.
Yes.
Maybe it's Wilfred Beaver. But it's Beaver Wilfred online. Because Wilfred Beaver sounds like it.
Well, I'm Adam Conor on Instagram and Twitter.
But also, if it is Beaver Wilfred, good on you.
No one's called Beaver.
They might be.
Good on you if you are.
Good on you if you are. Beaver says, it's about time Susan came back. Bring in Carol and let her regenerate by the end of the story. I can really see Shooty with Susan. Let them clash at first, because he abandoned her. Then they travel together on their little wholesome adventures. Can even give her a spin-off. Instant upgrade. I think it'd be great to have, and it's quite obvious, but like a character that's sort of referred to throughout the series, and then you get like this big 2-part finale where it's like Susan is the character that they're referring to, and then she like sacrifices herself at the end. Regen, new companion. Let's go.
What a wasted opportunity if they don't do this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because we're reviewing an episode from season 2 today, and Susan's great in it, and it's so weird to look back and see the Doctor with his granddaughter, and then after he, as you said, Mr. Beaver, so classically, that he abandoned her. And
upgrade?
Yeah, upgrade.
Thanks, Beaver.
I wasn't done. Jesus.
Oh, sorry. No, sorry. To be fair, you did say "and," so I don't know why I just assumed you were done.
And I think it would be fine, and I think it's an absolute waste to not. And Carol Ann Ford was at the 60th premiere for Starbase, wasn't she?
Was, yeah.
And she, for her age, for Peace and Love, looked very healthy.
She does. She looks good.
Yeah, I do think Russell does have an ace up his sleeve with that. I don't think Russell would. Oh, really? You don't think he's going to do it?
I mean, he did do 4 seasons without doing it in the past. There's no reason to think why he would do it, why he would do it now.
You're going to eat your words at the end of this season, baby.
I hope so. Like I will eat a hat when we do Boom, because I said Stephen Moffat's not back.
Aidan eats his hat is going to be one of the segments.
Look forward to that. I'll have to buy a hat for it. Okay, speed round, Conor. Speed round. Let's go through these ones super quick, okay? Okay, Ace is a better companion than Sarah Jane.
I sim Ace, but I'm going to say delete.
I'm going to upgrade. I don't know
Ace,
what it is.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what it is, but I really like Ace. I'm going to upgrade her.
What? You're watching a spin-off right now about literally that character.
Yeah, I know. Fuck, they're both so good, though.
No, they are. It's a hard question. I hate comparing, but I'm being forced to compare.
I think for me, I just much enjoy watching, like, Sylvester and Ace. Then I enjoy watching Sarah and Tom.
Yeah, that I would agree with, actually.
There will never be a greater companion than Rose. She is the GOAT.
Delete.
Ryan Sinclair is the best companion. Say no more.
That's such a joke.
Fucking,
delete.
Upgrade that shit.
They're taking the piss.
Upgrade that shit.
They're taking the absolute piss.
Rose is unbearable to watch, so cringy and pointless.
Delete.
In season 2, slightly upgrade, but across the board, delete.
I don't know if I'd say cringy and pointless. There's other things to say she's bad at.
Yeah, I don't know if pointless is the right word. She's definitely cringy at times.
The fact she has a boyfriend and is trying to pursue a relationship with the Doctor is probably a bit.
We were so like oblivious to that back in the day.
Yeah, everyone didn't care. Like, what are you gonna do?
You know,
who cares?
Got to get that northern dick.
You guys
Martha and Amy are the best New Who companions. It's the last one. Martha and Amy are the best New Who companions. What do you say to that?
Martha and Amy, the best New Who companions? Go on, upgrade.
I'll upgrade that as well. I've never really thought.
I don't know if I agree with Amy, but I definitely agree with Martha. Martha's my favourite companion.
Well, I mean, I sort of sat there and I sort of felt, I love Donna. Can't help but feel like maybe a little bit less now that the 60th happened. I did not like her in the 60th, but I think like her... I don't know. I don't feel the same way as I did. I definitely don't. I need to sit on that thought a bit more.
That's why you shouldn't touch stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
You should just let it be. Mm-hmm. Rather than, touching it and then
Words of wisdom.
You're having
let it be.
Conversations like that with me right now, and I agree.
What?
Well, just the idea like you shouldn't touch something because then
right, gotcha, yeah.
Then you're going to be saying stuff like that, like, I don't know if I feel as connected to that character anymore. If you would have just left it,
yeah,
Yeah,
I seriously don't. Like, I don't know why. I will move on from that, but I think Amy's great, so
hater.
I'm happy with that. Aidan the hater. All right, Conor. Thank you guys for a very good. For all the little...
Whenever we run out of ideas, you guys always save us.
You come through. And, Conor, there was quite a few. We couldn't even get through them all. So sorry if you didn't.
There was heaps.
Sorry if you didn't feature in today's one. But hopefully next week we can see you on there giving your hot takes of the Doctor. So you can start writing those in the comments of this one, or you can jump on the socials when we post later in the week about that there.
I don't know if even as a joke I can comment the Doctor shouldn't be a woman because people probably won't know I co-host and they're going to think I'm being serious.
Jeremy will just soundbite that and just post it somewhere.
The Doctor shouldn't be a woman. There's a clean soundbite. It's a joke, folks. Please don't hate me.
Conor, new poster featuring airbrushed Ncuti Gatwa, who looks like I don't know if I can say this joke. Can I say something to you? And if it sounds like I'm being dodgy, can we just bleep it out? Mm-hmm. Ncuti Gatwa sounds like he should be going, pizza.
That's right.
Pizza. Is that bad?
Nah, I don't think so.
Because I'm not trying to...
No, I know.
I'm more saying the plastic vibe.
You're overthinking it. It's okay.
Okay.
Well, he did just play Ken. He's a plastic doll.
But
he looks like Ken,
ironically, it looks more plastic in this poster for Doctor Who.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I think it looks like dog shit.
Yeah.
It's just lame. It sucks. It's boring. It's not. It's like we've seen so many at this point. It's like nothing. I don't think they can do anything that's gonna like give me the
pizza.
Maybe if they had him doing pizza.
Maybe it's a marketing stunt.
Honey, babe, sugar, honey, sweetheart, darling, sugar.
Boing.
The best pilot in the history of television. I just said it.
Just wait for Starbeast to beat it.
Oh Lord!
I think the poster looks all right, but yeah, plastic shooting. I'm not.
And Millie's just like in the background, like really tiny.
I'd like her more front and center. I thought that too.
I'd love to see Millie Gibson more front and center.
Let's go to this news. New companion. All right, officially confirmed.
New. Didn't you used to do a new segment, the soundbite?
Oh, I do. No, I've got a new one.
You got a new one?
No, I've not made the new one yet.
Ncuti Gatwa's been announced as who?
No, I've got a new soundbite because I'm redoing all the soundbites, and you'll see a little bit more of that later in the episode as well.
Okay.
But I will have a new soundbite soon. I've just not done it yet, but I know I'm doing for it.
The actor Ncuti Gatwa has been announced, and that's it.
Doctor Who posted 2 for season 2. Here's a first look behind season 2. look behind. I literally copied this. Here's a first look behind season 2.
Look behind the sofa.
As Verada See-Through joins the 15th Doctor and Ruby Sunday in the second season of Doctor Who, airing in 2025.
You know what they should have said? Peek out behind the sofa.
What do you think of Verada Sethu? Sethu or Sethu?
I've already fucking said this a couple of weeks ago. I don't know anything about her. I'm sure she's great. I'm just repeating the same bullshit I said a couple of weeks ago.
Okay, well, let's move on to Russell's
I'm
quote.
like a Ken doll right now with my string. You just put like, I don't know her.
There's a snake in my boot.
She's great, yeah. Somebody's poisoned the water hole. I don't know. I mean, she's...
That's fine. You don't have to whip words out your ass.
A very beautiful woman, and she's very special. I follow her on Instagram. I'm supporting her. I haven't seen Andor. You have?
I have.
And do you remember her in it?
No.
Brilliant.
But I bet she was good because that was a good show.
And I know she's in a Jurassic Park movie.
Yeah, I don't remember.
And I don't remember in that. But anyway, you tell me your thoughts and feelings about that.
Nah, cool. Happy to move on because I think it's cool. I'm looking forward to it. Let's move on to Russell's quote on the situation though, because obviously there's a bit of drama when Verada got announced as joining the cast. Well, when she was rumored to join the cast because she'd been seen on set and stuff. Without Millie, all the rumors were coming out saying Millie's been fired. Blah 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 blah. Even though we knew she was going to be in season 2 because we'd seen her filming, but the rumors are that she might only be in a couple episodes of season 2, which might still be the case. Who knows?
Rumor has it.
And then there was a bit of a debate because all this stuff, people were bagging on Millie, like all the papers were bagging on Millie, and everyone was like, "Why is Russell and that not really standing up for Millie?"
Yes, of course.
So Russell finally touched on the matter with this new announcement and said, "Millie's not leaving, not at all. We were ordered for 2 seasons for a series with Disney, and we're delivering 2 years. And the Ruby Sunday story literally spans those 2 years." So a few takeaways from that. First big thing I want to say is I think that's quite a vague thing from Russell to say, because he says they couldn't answer. There's a few other. The quote goes on for quite a bit
I was
more.
going to say, I don't know if you've seen the rest of it.
There's a bit more to the quote, and he says that they couldn't answer it because it would fuel rumors or the internet will misinterpret it.
I don't understand that.
I don't understand that either, because then it's like,
I don't know how that.
What's the difference between them announcing it, 2 months ago when all this stuff was rife, and now? Right now we're in the peak of season 1 marketing. So if you were worried about confusing the audience with this double companion announcement, now it's like now it's worse because now it's closer to the new season, so it's like a weird announcement to make.
I don't understand it at all.
And the other thing I'll say is that we got 2 series of Millie. So Disney, obviously their first series order was for ordering season 1 and 2, and we'll get more 100%.
I don't know about that, but that's what that's what scares me as well. But yeah, the whole thing, I don't know, I don't understand. I don't know why you can't just like put a pin in it and address the issue of it not being. I genuinely do not understand that.
I don't know either. Yeah, so this was a quote from SFX magazine. So yeah, it's an interesting thing. I don't know if it's just a weird answer from Russell, I think. But
it is.
The main things that I'm keen on is this whole. They had like a 2-season plan for Millie, so I'm glad we're going to have like an arc covering 2 seasons.
Yeah, he did say the final of series 2 is so around her. It's just so weird talking about the season 2 final when we haven't even seen episode 1 of series 1.
I know, it's crazy, hey.
And he did say that, to be fair. It's like here is one of the small issues of filming 2 seasons before a season's even aired, is that you do have this kind of shit, and it's a mess. It gives me a headache. I guess it's not really my shit to deal with, but
I'm not really all that mad about it. I just think
I just want things to go smoothly, and
it's fine.
It could just be.
It's
I feel like it
fine.
could be solved. I don't know. I've always said I don't think it's going to be fine, but I'm a pessimistic person.
What, this Disney thing?
Yeah,
I think it's going to be great.
I'm a pessimistic person.
I think
you know that, Aidan.
My biggest worry is that we start using the volume.
The volume.
But
I don't think they can fucking afford the volume.
Yeah, true. But I mean, it's Disney, and Disney.
Bob Iger's like, listen, Mandalorian's off for the day.
Get in there.
Go on.
Get it, girl.
Use it. One day there won't even be a TARDIS set. It will just be the volume.
Ross will be like, "We've gone massive with this TARDIS."
There isn't one. That's the whole bit.
Just a console, and then just screens.
That's the thing. You'd have the bit in the middle, but the They could have easily have done that, and they didn't. So I'm really...
Well, apparently that was... I think it was Who Corner to Corner. I was listening to a podcast with them ages ago. They got the production designer of Jodie's era, that designed the TARDIS for Jodie's era on. And they were saying that the original pitch was for the TARDIS to use screens and that kind of technology to give it like an infinite thing. Like they sort of came up with the volume before the volume was a thing. But
stop it.
Well, yeah, they were going to go infinite
Created
TARDIS.
the volume before it was a thing.
Yeah.
I think everyone had that idea. It's just who made it first.
Okay, that's just me saying. I'm not... That can't be your takeaway. I'm saying that the TARDIS was originally that was an idea at one point for the TARDIS.
Get your head out your ass and deal with it.
Now.
You look really good today, by the way.
Thanks, man. I'm really enjoying this like overshirt style.
It looks really good. You kind of look like Shooty. It's something he would wear.
Well, you know. I hope some people...
Are you inspired?
I hope some people are having a little bit of a blood rush down on their peepees.
I think, I certainly did when I got in the car today.
Fuck yeah. What are you doing after this?
Eating dinner.
Can I come?
Yeah, if you want to. It'd be a bit boring. I'm pretty boring.
This was me hitting on you.
Oh, thanks.
I'm a bit out of, I've been with my partner for almost 7 years.
Yeah, you haven't been in the game
I'm not used to hitting on people.
Yeah, I've been doing it for years and I'm still not used to it.
I usually just go, Nick, do you want to go to Sanchero's? And she goes, yes.
That is a good spot. I normally just say life is short and you are hot. That kind of thing. From Blink. It works.
Didn't you once say you're the only mystery worth solving?
I notoriously
to my girlfriend
before this is you always say it that way. This was in year 9. Okay, I was a young fucking little sprout.
Okay, baby girl.
Okay, we all sat down in a corner and went, listen, we'll let that slide.
I remember once you told me that one of your favorite things to say to girls in a well, I guess it's creepy either way. But one of your favorite things to say was, "Hey, hi, my friends call me Conor, but the girls usually call me, hey, you there in the bushes?"
No, that's a Simpsons joke. It's my name's Conor, but the girls call me hey, you behind the bushes. That's a joke from The Simpsons.
So you really just steal all your lines, don't you?
Yeah. To clarify, I've never said that to a girl.
Or been in bushes.
I've been in a few bushes.
Take that as you will.
I don't mind a Brazilian wax, but I'm not saying I don't hate it or love it or dislike it.
R-rated 50% right here.
Anyway, Planet of the Giants.
Yeah, let's move on to...
That's what they call me.
I was waiting. I was trying to figure out how to make that joke myself.
Oh, mercy.
Okay, Planet of the Giants. Okay, the opener for season 2. Finally cracking into a bit more Hartnell, because we've not really done much Hartnell.
We've only done one.
We've done the first one, Unearthly Child.
Which literally you cannot stream anywhere.
Yeah, fucking... That was a crazy time when all that shit was coming out.
It's insane to go on iPlayer and not see it.
What was he called?
Stefan?
Stefan, yeah, right.
Man needs a fucking haircut.
Man needs to fucking take a chill pill,
Says me, but I know.
Alright, Planet of the Giants. It's the first serial of the second season in the British science fiction television series Doctor Who, written by Louis Marks and directed by Mervyn Pennyfield and Douglas Camfield. The serial was first broadcast on BBC One in 3 weekly parts from the 31st of October to the 14th of November 1964. In the serial, the first Doctor, William Hartnell, his granddaughter, and her teachers, so that's Susan, Ian, and Barbara, are shrunk to the size of an inch after the Doctor's time machine, the TARDIS, arrives in contemporary England. This is a rather unique story for a few reasons that we'll get into later.
Okay, I don't know the unique reasons, so I'm keen for that.
Yeah, don't read ahead in the run sheet because they're down there.
Yeah, I don't ever look at that bit.
Cool. So,
Put your thoughts and feelings in there.
I watched this for the first time, about last year when this set came out?
When the Season 2's box set came out,
yeah. And I think they're definitely... The first time I watched it, there was like a charm factor to being like, oh, I'm watching like black and white Doctor Who properly. You know, I'd obviously watched an episode here and there, but... It was the first time I was going to sit down and get to know these characters properly, and black and white has like this cool feel to it, and also the remaster looks really good, surprisingly for some of these stories.
The peaking mics and stuff, it's beautiful.
Yeah. So in the past, I enjoyed this one, aware that it's not a fan favorite story, but I've enjoyed it. Doesn't mean I enjoyed it this time. Conor, what were you expecting going into this story?
Not much. In fact, I was kind of dreading it.
Great.
To be completely frank. But what I found was a very unique, fun, enjoyable time. I think I'm getting used to this classic Who bullshit.
Right, okay.
So, yeah, I found this actually incredibly enjoyable. Mm-hmm. I really enjoyed it. I think the storyline alone, it's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, but with Doctor Who, and I love that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think it was so unique in places. The set design was incredible. For back in the day,
it's so fun, isn't it?
Good. It is so fun, and I love stuff like that. And I think the set design, this is the kind of thing that would blow people's minds back in the day, and I love that. I love this episode for it. I'm surprised to hear it got mixed reception because I really loved it.
I don't think it gets shat on or anything like that. I think it's just very much like sort of a by the books one.
It is a simple story.
Some people don't like it.
It is very simple.
Some quotes here that it's rather less impressive. One of the weakest in the show so far, stuff like that. But yeah, I don't think it's straight up shat on. I think it's just like fairly average, maybe slightly below average. Probably doesn't help that it's a premiere as well.
Yeah, it's that.
And I'll give you the hot tip, and we'll go into this a little bit shortly. But wasn't that loved at the time when it was being made either.
Okay.
So that's a little tease to keep you guys around for the behind the scenes segment that we're bringing back later on.
And the first part aired on Halloween, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Look, man. So diving straight back into this serial about a year apart from my first watch, and I really like it. I think it's fun. I think it's so different. It's sort of like got Flatline energy about it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
obviously it's got that shrinking stuff. But also it feels like just a solid episode of the week, and probably a premiere. It'll be nice. The next story is Dalek Invasion of Earth.
I saw that.
That would be like a banger to have up first.
Right.
But, this still, it's fine. And it's more than fine. It's fun. There's just, the stakes don't feel overly high throughout it. The highest the stakes get is when they see a big cat.
Oh, I love that.
You like the big cat? You would love it, wouldn't you? You love cats.
I have 4 cats.
You also love, damn it.
What?
I was trying to make it sound like you love Cats the movie.
But no, I didn't like Cats the movie 2019.
Release the butthole cut.
I do agree on that.
That's what I say about Planet of the Giants.
Yeah, me too.
Release the butthole cut.
What a fantastic cliffhanger. A cat coming to attack.
Whose buttholes are we looking at?
And in part 2... Sorry. In part 2, it just it doesn't even it just scuffles away. It's like it doesn't even they don't even try to scare it. It just goes, fuck this.
Yeah.
And walks away. So I had no idea... Planet of the Giants, I guess I was expecting trolls or...
Right, okay,
or I don't know what I was expecting. I guess because I was used to fire. Man, make fire.
Yeah.
We love fire. I guess I was used to that. I was kind of imagining that, except they're a lot taller and bigger. So to see this in the TARDIS being miniature, I loved it. It was a delight.
So you actually really enjoyed watching this? It was a...
Surprisingly and shockingly, yes. And you're right. It was really nice to dip my toes into some black and white classic Doctor Who.
There's something about it. It's got a couple of dogs in it that colour Doctor Who doesn't have.
It does have a bit of dogs in it that colour Doctor Who
and cats.
And cats.
And cats.
It's raining cats and dogs, and I loved it. And it's always a delight seeing Susan again, Barbara and Ian.
I love them.
They're obviously classic. Hartnell's Doctor, I noticed he was definitely a lot less sharp and mean than he was in season 1, which I know you said they had a few comments about that, so they dialed it down a little bit. He is still quite direct, but
quite often he's direct and then might apologise for it later.
He does that a few times. He's like, I'm so sorry, my dear, if I raised my voice.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, that's... And they're like, it's fine, Doc. Again, I think seriously, the biggest compliment I can give to this episode is just the set design. It's
cool, isn't it?
So great. It really would have taken a lot of effort. So I'm glad about that.
I think it's really fun seeing the characters interact with the larger objects, like the matchbox and the matchstick. They were really fun stuff. And the sequence in the sink is sick. The sink gets flooded and they're stuck underneath the...
it's brilliant.
Underneath the... What the fuck do you call it? The plug?
Yeah.
That stuff's fun. I'd say the biggest sort of easy jab to make, and I do think it's valid, is that, there's not a lot of sort of tension throughout the story. Particularly, it doesn't feel like there's much at stake, and it doesn't feel like there's a major villain.
No, the human character's the worst part of it. It's just boring and convoluted, and it's like,
so
who cares?
This bloke, he's got a brand new pesticide that he loves, and so he wants to sell this pesticide, but his, employer or the guys that he's working with are like, no, this thing's too powerful, we got to shut this down. So then he kills them.
Shot.
And then it's like a murder mystery sort of slight thing.
Yes.
Where this guy's trying to kill as many people until he can get the pesticide out and make money off of this extremely dangerous pesticide.
Of the bloke who died, and there's a tiny little Ian.
Yeah, looking up at the giant head because they're so small.
I love that.
That's cool.
Yeah, all the human characters though, the giants, that shit lost me. But when it comes to just all the small stuff, it's just super fun.
Just climbing shit and just having fun.
Yeah, like shouting down drains and Barbara
making the phone call.
It's
so funny in part 3 when they're like, they have to talk like really deep and slow.
So they all do it together.
They're like, can you hear me?
Yeah, it's awesome.
And then Barbara's trying to hear the response on the other end of the phone, and then it's all just coming out like,
it's great.
Like whale noises because it's so deep.
It's really fun. It's a really fun story.
And I don't know, but that seems like it would be maybe scientifically accurate. And I was sat there thinking,
probably,
when I talk to my dog, does my dog hear me like this, or does my dog hear me like, Jem, come here?
Well, normally, animals' ears are so much better than humans.
Right.
I know Gem's a bit older, but, I know animal ears. So that's why they're always doing the...
Yeah, she's got that dog in her still.
They got the twitching. Like
she may be 14, but she's strong, mate.
My Rusty's 14.
Those ears are flopping around.
That's why when they hear something, they do that.
Yeah.
You go, and they're like...
Aidan's gone for another 2 a.m. beer.
2 a.m?
Got a couple of dogs in me on the weeknights.
Wow, a 2 a.m. beer? What an interesting choice.
What would make you get a 2 a.m. beer?
I do remember one time, and this is nothing to do with alcoholism. Sorry. No, I'm not even trying to make you laugh. I do remember one time I woke up.
I remember one time I had 10 beers. But it wasn't to do with alcoholism.
This is so... I was like 18 or something, or 19. I remember waking up like so thirsty. There was no water, no milk, and I can't drink tap water for the life of me. And I had a Canadian Club in the fridge. And I was like, fuck it. I was so just dying of thirst. So I downed this Canadian Club at like... I just woken up 4 a.m.
Can you do that gesture again?
Yeah, no. I could just imagine someone walking in and just seeing me just like...
With a Canadian Club at 2 a.m.
And so I had a fat, and it kind of clinched my thirst, I guess, and I went back to bed. Mm-hmm. That's no. If I'm up, I have had beers at 2 a.m. because I'm still up.
What's the latest / I guess earliest you've had a drink?
I've stayed up till about all night till about 8 a.m. or something.
Still drinking to that point?
Yeah, and then going to bed. Yeah.
Damn, I've not drunk. I think the latest that I've been drinking is probably 5 a.m.
Yeah.
I had a wild night in Melbourne last year.
Yeah, that's normally when I would do it. It would be on holiday, obviously.
Wild night, and I think it's the most I've ever drunk. And that was, I think we were clubbing till like 5, which is unheard of for me. So.
I get that. No, one time in Gold Coast, we met these random people in the club, and they came back to our hotel, and we were drinking, and then they left, and it was sunrise, and I was like, oh, we should probably get some food, and got some food, wrote our pennies down. I remember I fell off my board, stacked it, cut myself badly, and then came home and like passed out, and that was about 7 a.m.
Yeah, right.
So
I had
to be young again.
A couple of months ago, my buddy who lives a couple of hours away, he came and stayed over for the night. And he was the guy that we watched all 4 of the specials back to back.
Yes.
And so we'd like watch one, and we were like drinking already. We went down the pub beforehand, and we were drinking through all the specials. And we'd break and chat about the specials like half an hour between each one. So by the time we finished Church on Ruby Road, it was like, I think about like 3 a.m. And then we kept talking for like another hour afterwards.
Yeah.
And I was still drinking, and then I realized like he hadn't drunk the last gin that I poured him. And I was like, you going to drink that shit? And he was like, you make gin way too strong, man. I can't do it. Yeah. So I had to... So he went to bed and I had to stay up at like 4 a.m. to finish off his gin. Yeah. Because he didn't want to drink it. So I was like, I guess I'll just play FIFA on my own in bed for a bit.
That like when you you've like you should go to bed, like when that like headache hits you and that tiredness and you're like...
Yeah, I just get tired. I don't really get headaches.
You're like, whoa. And you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But like night times or early morning, I guess, but night times when I get my best ideas, I'm just like... Oh, do you know what? I can cook pancakes at 4 a.m.
Is that your best idea, cooking pancakes?
I do like to cook when I'm drunk. I can do pretty good. Like I'm making like noodles, I'm frying eggs, and I'm like, I'm like adding all the Tabasco. Oh, it's beautiful.
My mate cooked a whole roast, pissed out of his mind for us once.
I don't know if I could cook a whole roast.
I don't know how he did that shit.
A whole roast?
Yeah,
a whole roast
crazy.
Dinner?
Crazy shit. There was like 6 of us, and he cooked a roast for all of us.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do a whole roast.
And this guy was fucked up the whole time.
Wow.
Like, it wasn't just tipsy.
Wow.
I don't know how the fuck he did it. He's got some fucking dogs in him for doing that. I can't do that shit.
I've started to learn that.
I can't cook a roast in normal.
No, me either. The work hard, play hard is now my new is my new motto in life.
And
I don't feel too bad about drinking anymore because I feel like I've worked hard enough for it.
On that note, because you're doing things with this pod.
Yeah.
We've been meaning for the last 3 weeks to plug your other podcast For a Laugh.
Oh, of course.
Sort of an odd spot in our pod to do it, but Conor's back with his other podcast For a Laugh. Conor, can you pitch it in a sentence?
It's For a Laugh, baby. It's basically like this show, but we talk about other things. Well, that's not Doctor Who.
Nice. Because we clearly talk about so much Doctor Who on this podcast.
We talk about Doctor Who all the time. Yeah, it's with my best mate Dan, and we're back. And it's been going really good. And, I was very reluctant to bring it back because I was worried that it wouldn't work. But it's been going really well, and people seem to be really enjoying it. So, yeah, that is For a Laugh. Check it out. If you are a fan of just me, I guess, it is me on another show.
Basically, if you like this podcast, but you think it would be better if I was replaced with someone else, then you'd probably like For a Laugh.
Thank you. I do appreciate that. And I keep forgetting to say, yeah, and then I haven't done a live since Easter, so I haven't had a chance to tell people yet. But yeah, I know there's people who watch this show who probably maybe want a little bit more of me.
Can I ruin that by coming on to For a Laugh?
You want to come on?
I'll come on.
I do want to have you on.
I'll show my face.
I want to give it a little bit of time. I want to make sure the show's been going good. There are a few little tweaks here and there.
I've ruined the show. Is that what you're saying?
No, well, no. I don't think you ruined the show. I got Xavier as part of the Whack Pack.
Who's the Whack Pack?
The Whack Pack is it's kind of like, well, we call it the Fat Pack, but Whack Pack is kind of like what Stern did with like Beetlejuice and High Pitch Eric and stuff. And
don't know what you're talking about.
Eric the Dwarf or whatever his name is. Yeah.
Is this like the friends that jump between pods or something? Or
well, it's like they're like the Whack Pack. It's like kind of like, they're wacky, they're funny, they're right. Just like they're the Whack Pack. So
wacky. Zave's gonna go on before me. Is that what you're saying?
Xavier, I'm giving Xavier a permanent spot on the show, like a bit almost, like once a month. I didn't want to ask for you to come. I know you're a busy man. I'm not against you coming on at all. I just didn't know if you wanted to. I didn't want to make it awkward and be like, do you want to come on? And you'd be like, no,
I revoke.
Not really.
I revoke my.
It's hard to bring shows back. I was worried about it, but people seem to be really enjoying it. Yeah, I've always wanted to do more. It sounds mean saying it, but I love doing the show, but I need to be more creative as well, and I feel like I've been a bit lazy, so doing that as well helps. And I know I've been wanting to do some other things outside of those two shows. So yeah, it's obviously it's still growing. It's not there yet, fully, but we're getting there. We're getting there. It's going good.
I'm happy for you.
And
man.
Aidan, you can definitely come on.
I'll be keen to get back on there. All right, okay. Let's.
Can you tell me the drama from this shit, or?
Yeah, all right. Shall we get into that?
Please.
So I'm just going through my final review notes. If I want to quickly rattle off anything, I said the episode is lighthearted, it's fun, it's silly, it's a fun filler story. It's a fun filler story. What did you say?
Did you say it's like Hyde, the season 7 story?
No, I said it's lighthearted.
Oh, lighthearted.
No, it's like hard. Hard?
No, Hyde. I thought you said Hyde.
Sorry, I'm just hard. It's lighthearted, fun, and silly. There was a good cross-cutting sequence I wanted to point out. I think it was when they were figuring out that they were small. it like cuts between, because they're split up into pairs of twos in episode 1, and it like cuts between them as they're figuring it out, and they're like, you know, it's like one sentence, and the
score's like,
until they're like, we're small.
The score's like.
I also wanted to say it looked really good, because the puppetry was awesome. The giant fly I thought looked sick.
Beautiful.
You know, it was like moving, which I thought was great.
Does Barbara pretend to play dead?
Barbara, I don't know what the fuck was going on with Barbara.
Out?
I don't know what happened when
right.
Did she touch the pesticide?
Something,
and that's why
she smelled something. I do like how a paperclip smacked her in the knee and bruised her, but it's like a paperclip.
You like violence on women?
Is something fucking funny? No,
I liked it when Barbara got hurt.
No, it's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. It's like the idea of... No, she makes a joke. She's like, a paperclip, can you believe it? That's what hurt me. And it's like, all right, me old girl, it'll be all right. Wait, is there a point in the episode where it's like, Ian, what were you going to say to me? And he's like, don't worry about it. Was Ian going to say that he loves her?
I did not pick up on this at all. So.
Okay, it's like a bit of a Ray and Finn in episode 9 type thing. I'm sure Troy will get that reference.
Yep. Just to finish what I was saying before about that fly and stuff, I was like looking really close at the fly when it was moving to be like, how are they doing this? Because they don't have money for animatronics, nor do I think they were that accessible in 64. Oh, 63 this was still, I think.
Nah, it's 64.
It was 64, you're right.
Yep.
Yeah, so I was like looking close, and you could see, like, if you looked really close, you could see the wires that were pulling up the legs. But that was me looking so close at it. I had to really look for them. And if you were like a kid watching that on like an old black and white telly, there's no way that you could see.
I think you need to get a bit of a fucking life, to be honest, Aidan, but that's all right.
I just wanted to know. All right, do you want some behind the scenes facts?
Before you say it, though, I did notice like there was a scene where the doctor looks over like I assume it's some kind of like a bit of grass, but it's like the dirt's here and the grass is on top, and they're crawling up it to look over, and you can literally see like it's a bit of fucking cardboard or something, or a bit of.
There's plenty of.
It's just going in and out. It's meant to be like solid dirt, but it's like denting in.
Yeah,
bit of fun.
I was thinking that when they had the corks, putting under the phone, I was like, they don't look like corks.
The corky boys.
The corks don't look like corks. Anyways,
they're trying, Aidan.
Connor. We like to, with these older episodes, Doctor Who, we like to go behind the scenes a little bit here. Okay, we like to pull back the curtain and go behind the scenes. So with that in mind, it's been a while
since we've done this.
With that in mind, let's premiere the new skin. Fucking hell! I cannot talk these last 2 episodes. I keep my words wrong. Let's premiere
Sting.
The new Sting for behind the scenes.
Come and see. The show
It's just beginning. I know that score. That's the gig.
God, we'll find out if the BBC copyrights us today.
Love that.
All right, fun facts. I got 2 lovely fun facts, and they're hot, juicy, so gossipy, man. All
right. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, so this one's just like a cool fact. So this is the first serial to feature the work of composer Dudley Simpson, who goes on to compose 62 stories across almost 300 episodes.
Murray Gold before Murray Gold.
I've known Dudley Simpson did a lot of the score for like Tom Baker's era and stuff. I did not know that he started back on this serial, and that it was 300 episodes that he did the score for. That is insane. We love Dudley Simpson, because back in the day, they didn't have like a series composer. They would have like a composer per story.
Yeah.
And then I think there's times where Dudley Simpson pretty much did do the score for like every episode.
He's an Aussie as well.
Is he?
Yeah. Dudley Simpson was an Australian composer and conductor.
He liked to punch. He would take his anger out. His Australian anger.
He's the maestro.
He
was the principal conductor of the Royal Opera House. Wow.
Damn.
That's awesome.
Did he mention me?
I'm reeling it in. That's a line from Maestro. Did you watch Maestro? Because I know you watched all the...
Bradley Cooper with a big nose.
Yeah, I know you watched all the Oscar bait films. Did you watch that?
I've not seen Zone of Interest yet, but I will. Maestro, that one was too Oscar baity. That's the definition of Oscar bait. I didn't like Maestro.
You didn't like it? Okay.
It was fine, but you were just sat there the whole time going like, fuck me.
I haven't seen it.
Give him a fucking sticker.
I have no, and I love Bradley, but I have no intention of watching it.
He's alright. He's good in it. It's just
the movies catch Zone of Interest, or
no, it came out a little bit late in the lead up to the Oscars,
right?
And it's not a very in Australia. It's you can only really see it at Luna, which is good. And I went to Luna a lot in the lead up to getting all those festival favorite films. But it was just one that just the timing didn't work out, and it's a bit of a trek for us to go to Luna from where we live.
That's the concentration camp movie?
Yes.
Yes, I do want to see that. It's entirely in German as well, which is cool.
Well, I was thinking I might watch it tonight because it's now on Prime to rent, so I might rent it tonight.
Yeah, I heard Ralph talk about it, and he really liked it.
All shot with natural light as well.
Yes, Ralph said that.
There's a sequence in it.
Was this The Revenant?
There was a sequence in it where it's shot at night time in a field, and the director... Fuck, why can't I think of his name? That's going to piss me off. But the director was like, oh, we can't light this. We don't want to all of a sudden use Hollywood lights just because it's pitch black out here in a field. Oh, we'll just use fucking night vision. So they use heat vision for this scene. And, you know, there's some more, like, thematic stuff that people have pulled from it for the fact that it looks like that. But he said it all came out of a practicality thing where it's like, we've shot all with natural lighting. We're not going to suddenly use actual lights for one scene. So we're going to use thermal vision.
I saw that for I saw this, and I've never heard about this before, but for the film Nope, there's a scene where like it's at night and it just shows all the like the Hollywood hills, like they're in the middle of nowhere. But they shot it in the day, and then they
day for night, yeah.
Because and I'm like, of course, I'm so fucking stupid. They never would have been able to ever see that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, wow, it's incredible.
Yeah, I've seen that for Nope. Yeah, it looks good, doesn't it?
That's insane. Like, but it's like, of course, like how fucking stupid. Like, of course, they could never do that. You wouldn't be able to see anything. Like, it's incredible. They're very smart. Hey,
these filmmakers.
I don't know if I could be a filmmaker. I don't know if I'm that smart. I don't know if I could think about that.
Honestly,
shit. I'm
same.
like, how do we do it? And they're like, just do this. And then I'm like, oh yeah.
You surround yourself with people who are smart. And
yeah, that's how you do it. And you're like, oh yeah, I'll take that one.
I'll take the credit. Time for a bit of tea.
I'd love some tea.
Let's go. Pause you tea.
Thank you, Xavier.
Cup of tea.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, we should have got Zave. That should be Zave's regular bit on this show. Is whenever we have a bit of tea to talk about, we just bring him in. Like, he doesn't even sit on the episode. We're just like, time for some tea, and then Zave just walks in with some tea and gives us tea.
You're just gonna call him out for that one bit.
Yeah, I'm like, can you come here for 30 seconds
for that one bit?
Give us tea.
X-Man,
the
man himself, the regular spot.
Bit of drama with this one, mate.
Oh, I'd love to hear it. Come on.
So the serial originally consisted of 4 episodes. Episode 4 was always going to be directed by Camfield, as Pennyfield had other commitments. So did you notice it was directed by 2 people?
I was going to ask about that. That's so weird.
So Pennyfield directed the first 3 episodes, and then Camfield directed episode 4.
Is this Spyfall Part 1 and 2?
However, head of serials Donald Wilsons thought the serial was a bad start to the series, but the episodes couldn't be... He wanted to swap this with Dalek Invasion of Earth, because he thought Dalek Invasion of Earth was a much better opener.
That's what you said.
And more, just like a more exciting way to start the series, because he thought that this was a pretty bad, pretty weak story. But obviously they can't do that, because, spoiler alert, Susan leaves at the end of Dalek Invasion of Earth.
I didn't know that. Aidan.
So
fuck you. I would have loved to have seen that live.
You know she leaves at the end of that story.
I don't.
I've known that for like a decade.
I didn't know that.
I've known that since I was like 4.
I did 4.
When I was in my mum's womb.
You fucking watched Doctor Who when you were 4.
I was in my mum.
It came out for us in 2005.
When I was in my mum's womb, I knew that fucking...
I didn't know that. I would have loved to have not known that.
I'm sorry. Damn.
Right.
You don't know that the junkyard, like...
I love how you're spoiling the show for me. It's been that episode came out like 56 years ago.
You're like, bro, why did you spoil something from 60 years ago?
Bro, how could you spoil something that's been out for 56 years?
Anyway, Susan leaves in Dalek Invasion of Earth.
Okay.
Sorry.
Cat's out the bag now. You can't put it back in.
Yeah, fucking... Okay. I got some dogs coming out of these bags in a second,
Thanks, Aidan.
So they couldn't swap these stories for that reason.
That makes sense. Okay.
So the alternative was that they're going to cut down episodes 3 and 4 into just being episode 3. And then Camfield is the one credited. So Camfield directed episode 4, but Pennyfield, I guess, doesn't get credited for what they did in episode 3. It all goes to Camfield. But episode 3 is a combination of episodes 3 and 4. So they cut it down to have faster pacing to make it more exciting and less of a drag.
That's like when... what's his name? Dexter Fletcher, where his name is, came in to do the rest of Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, because Bryan Singer...
Yeah.
Zinger?
Bryan Singer, and then Dexter... Is it Dexter Fletcher?
What did Bryan Singer do again?
What didn't he do?
Yeah, quite a bit.
He like molested a ton of like young kids.
Oh, none of that.
Seriously.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, so it's kind of like that though. He got the majority of the... His name's still in the movie. And it won tons of Oscars as well.
Yeah, they love that fucking attitude at the Oscars.
It's Dexter Fletcher.
Any last thoughts on Planet of the Giants? Planet of Giants, I should say. There's no the.
Any last words? Seriously, was not expecting to enjoy it as much as I did, and I did.
Yeah, it's a good fun one, but it's simple, right? There's not a huge amount of things to talk about. It's just simple.
It's not all the human characters are kind of boring. But human. I keep saying human characters. I mean like the human giants.
Well, they are humans.
Yeah, but they're human giants. I keep saying human. When I say whatever, who cares?
But they're only giant because the Doctor and that are small.
Yeah, why did that happen? It's because the tile stores just came open and
Yeah, I don't know. Shut the bed.
I enjoyed it so much more than I thought I would, and it gives me hope because I was like, I'm going to really struggle with this season, and I feel like I was actually enjoying it, which was good.
No, it's a good start. I think the pesticide stuff is bullshit and just kind of boring, but yeah, it's just fun watching little people do little things.
Whoa.
All right, coming up. All right, season 1. It's less than a month away. Connor, can you believe it? Can you believe in love after love?
That was number 1 song when I was born. I really don't think you're strong enough. Sure. A number 1 song when I was born.
Australian.
Is she?
Don't think so.
Okay.
We'll find out if she starts punching people. All right, so when season 1 comes out, it's a good ongoing bit, that I think.
That is good.
When season 1 comes out, here's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be dropping in as soon as we can. So our reviews will hopefully be coming out right after the episodes air, which will be exciting because usually they come out like 5 or 6 hours after, or even later during Flux when we've been at work all day. But
well, with your Wi-Fi, yeah, normally.
Well, now we have the opportunity to watch these episodes live and jump straight into recording an episode and getting that up within like an hour of us doing the recording. So that's going to be exciting. So we'll be there first thing on a Saturday morning, Australian time. So like midnight, well, gone midnight in the UK or whatever. But yeah, expect us to rock up pretty soon after the new episodes come out. And then the other thing, we like to make... Sorry, I touched your leg again there. Right. We like to cash in on these new episodes coming out in your addiction to Doctor Who.
I love how you say that. You don't even hide it.
Well, I mean, you look at the fucking revenue from November, December versus January to April, and it's like, not that it matters.
It's just a penny, in for a pound.
You just notice it. So on Wednesdays, we're going to be having a second episode of the podcast come out where we will be looking forward to the episode that's about to come out on the Saturday. Okay, so they're going to be our preview episodes. So we got review episodes on Saturday, preview episodes on Wednesday. All right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking logistics of where we film that, but yes.
We film that on Mondays.
Okay.
Well, Monday's our backup day usually anyways.
Yes.
So we do that we'll figure it out.
Yes.
But we need that to be out and ready for Wednesday. And stop giving me that look.
I'm just doing that to
You're stressing me out.
I'm lining you up.
Reviews on Saturday after the episode. Previews of the upcoming episode on the Wednesday after. In those Wednesdays is where we're going to do upgrade and deletes of your hot takes about the episode that has just come out. Okay, so when we do our reviews on the Saturdays, we want you guys to do like little one-liners, little reviews. They can be funny, they can be quippy, they can be actual things for us to take seriously about the episode that's just come out or about season 1. And we'll talk about those in our previews later in the week.
I just remember how badminton on Mondays.
You don't do badminton.
No. And I should add as well, I'm also going to be doing my silly live streams. So I also, as like a little bonus.
We'll have that somewhere.
Just like, I'll do the prediction stream and then the the post-fort stream.
So there'll be 2 live streams and 2 episodes a week.
Yeah, I'm not well.
You lucky ducks.
I'm not going to be doing good.
We're not lucky.
Show me the money. It's going to be fucked. So what's that? Like 4 uploads a week?
Yeah.
And probably a few clips, which I completely honest with you, I've given up on because it makes me want to live a happy life. It's going to be hard.
How do you play badminton?
Like this.
Today.
Since the guy plays tennis.
Today I was looking
granddad.
Today I was looking up if I could play community football.
Oh, stop!
Like AFL football.
Oh, stop!
I think I might next year.
All right, go ahead.
I think it'll be fun. I've always wanted to do like a team sport because I never did that as a kid, and now like I love tennis and I'm really into sport now.
You'd get fit,
and
not that you're not already.
I'd love to just go out and be like, guys, I don't know, I can kick the ball, but I just kick it the way that I feel it. I'd love to know, like, I'll be your fucking small forward. I'll get up there.
Look,
I'll lead. You know.
I mean, say goodbye to being on the piss on Fridays.
Yeah.
You'll be up
Saturday mornings, game day,
early
mate.
on Saturday mornings.
I'll be here for it. I'll be keen.
If you want to do that, go ahead.
I will. We'll see. Do you think I'd be good?
I think you have a little much on at the moment, but you can. Do I think you're good? I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
could you imagine me playing a team sport? I've never done it in my fucking life, mate.
This is the first time for everything.
That's true.
I played hockey for a while.
Did you? Were you good?
Till I didn't make the cut.
Oh.
Now I've always, to be fair, I do want to play beach cricket just for like fun.
That'd be fun, but running on the beach sucks. I was kicking the footy on the beach a month ago,
That's
and
the point when you run on sand, it's not easy.
Bro, like 5 minutes into kicking the footy on the beach, I was like throwing up. But that's because like my mate was
you
like
threw up.
No, I felt like I was going to. My mate was like kicking the ball left, right, and center, so I was like sprinting to fucking mark that ball.
All right, maybe. Okay, let me rephrase.
Grass cricket.
Park cricket. Yeah.
Sorry, just normal cricket.
Just cricket. Yeah. So just cricket. No, with like a fun like plastic like.
Why don't you use the wooden
bat and?
I like doing. We do it with the boys sometime. Cricket. It's good fun.
We made of money. I don't know. It's like if you get smacked by a proper cricket ball.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to have to like play it on actual cricket ground. Like just be able to like lob the ball, not actually properly bowl it and have it hit the floor. Like just with the boys, like you're sinking piss and you're smacking like sixes and you're like.
Phew. I'd love to do like an ACL.
What's an ACL?
You've never heard of an ACL?
An ACL?
It's I think it's a ligament or something.
Australian. Oh, I've torn my ACL.
It's part of like your legs, your thing. I'd love to pull a hammy or something.
Right, he's torn his ACL and he can't play for.
I just think like just getting a football injury, that's sexy. I want that in my life.
God, I hate that sport with all my fucking life.
I want to pull an ACL. It's on the list. It's on the bucket list.
Play local football and then you can pull an ACL. You like?
We'll do it. I'm gonna actively try and pull an ACL.
Aidan, I'm a fan of the pod. You're like, thanks, mate. Watch me get this fucking goal. I don't know.
And then I'll run and then pull an ACL.
It's like, yeah, right as you.
Round one.
What's the highest points you can get in AFL? 6?
6, yeah. It's just 1 and 6.
How stupid. 1 and 6? Shouldn't it be 3 and 6?
Why?
I don't know. I don't ask me why.
The one's like a consolation prize because you missed the fucking goal.
Do you get to keep the ball once it goes through the? Oh, there's a net, isn't there?
No, there's a net when they're practicing, but they bring the net down during the game.
So how many fucking balls do they go through the whole game?
You throw them back out.
What if you just like?
Well, then you're a dickhead, and everyone will look at you like, give them back the ball, you idiot.
Under your seat, you're like,
oh, what? don't know where it's gone.
I don't know where it's gone.
Connor's between your legs.
I know that's the same with cricket, but it's like I think you should be able to keep it.
No,
just like
because every time they kick a goal, it goes into the stands.
Where's that gone? I tell you what, I'd stick a pin in it and I'd send it back out. The game's over.
You do sandpaper game?
I'm like, I'm just like,
rubbing that shit.
Here you go, mate. Enjoy that. I sent it straight back to the Australian team.
Yeah.
Repeat of history, am I right, folks?
If y'all want to see me do community football, right down below. Maybe I can do a bit out of it.
I think it's good. I mean, I think it's great for your health. I don't know. I mean, it depends how many more fucking short films you want to make. Because you've already got your hands full a bit at the moment with like this show and the. Yeah,
but I could do a weeknight at training, and then if I'm good enough to make the squad, I'll rock up Saturday morning.
I'm not trying to stop you. I think you should do whatever's in your heart, baby.
My heart's beating for Planet of the Giants. Conor, what are you going to rate Planet of the Giants out of 10?
I think it's standard. I'm gonna give it a 7.
A 7? That's pretty good.
Yeah,
score,
maybe 6 point. No, I'll give it a 6 3/4.
Fuck, so that's 6.6? 666?
Whoa, easy with that shit. I may be an atheist, but I'm not scared of hell. It's just heaven for bad people.
I'm giving you a 6.66.
What episode is that from, Aidan?
What did you say?
I'm not scared of hell. It's just heaven for bad people.
That's a Peter Capaldi quote.
Yeah. From I was about to die.
Heaven Sent?
Correct.
I just guessed because...
Correct.
So you gave it a 6.666. I'm going to give it a 6.
So what are we doing next week? The Sarah Jane final?
Yeah, what's it called?
The Lost Boy?
Probably. The Lost World.
The Lost Boy.
The Jurassic World movie.
Oh, Verica. Is that the last one?
The Lost World.
She's
Lost
in
Kingdom.
Verica.
Dominion's the last one.
Verica's in Dominion.
That's the last one.
That sounds a bit too much like Minions.
Definitely not Verica, by the way.
Sorry, what's her name?
Verada.
Verica's from this thing that I knew. Yeah.
Verada see-through. I need to do my research on how to pronounce her name because I'd love to get that right. But yeah.
Aidan notoriously said Nkuti Gatwa.
So did everyone.
I didn't.
You could tell who was actually good at their job and did their research before they made their videos.
Who?
And said Shooty. I don't know. I just remember like going through them the next day and seeing like the people that were saying Shooty and the people that said Nkuti. And I was like, yeah, look. I just jumped straight onto the news
bandwagon. I wouldn't beat
bandwagon.
yourself up about it. You did.
I don't.
Best. No, I just give you shit for it.
Yeah.
Nkuti Gatwa.
Guys, Nkuti Gat was season 1 just around the corner. I'm looking forward to seeing Nkuti Gatwa.
Are you going to show your fam? Are you going to show them week by week, or are you going to wait till the season's out?
My parents will only watch it when the season's done because
have they seen Churchman?
No, we're going to do that as like an episode 1, I guess.
So I'm just scratching my nose.
Which I saw there was like a listing that said that it's going to be moved. It's not going to be special 4 anymore. It's going to be episode 1.
Oh please.
So I don't know. We'll see.
How silly.
Yeah. Okay. Next week, Lost Boy, Sarah Jane Adventures. Gonna be good fun.
And then we're going to be. It's a bit up in the air if we're going to just do season 2 as a whole, or if people want to keep us. If you want to keep doing it week by week
of SJA.
Yeah, it just depends how it's doing.
They're all right. They actually do really well on audio. I think that the listeners that don't jump on for the video ones, they get like added onto the audio for those episodes. Like the audio Sarah Jane Adventure episodes do quite well. Actually.
I don't watch the video.
No.
I no, because
I got so much better shit to do.
I do re-listen to the shows just for just to like improve and try to
be better.
Be busy.
Oh no. That's unlisted on YouTube.
Do you remember that? Yeah. Be busy?
I made a YouTube video when I was like 18, 19. No, I was 18. It was straight after school.
I do agree. Be busy.
It was like, be busy. It's important. I went to uni. I studied in class. I had shit. I went home. And then I went to work. Be busy.
I drank coffee.
I had coffee.
Yeah. I think it was a great video. I liked it.
Cringy, like, wow, 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 wow. Like, yeah, that's a low point in Aidan's YouTube career. I'm
so over. Like, I fell asleep last night to one of my old videos.
Why are you watching them?
I don't know. I was like, I was a bit tipsy, and I was like, I need something to fall asleep to, and couldn't find anything. I was like, this is an old video. I'll watch that, and I fell asleep to it.
I couldn't think of anything. Even like my Europe vlogs, which I think
it was hard to watch. Trust me.
I don't think I could go back to seeing me hold a camera going, "Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog."
Well, don't you just think, at least I've improved? You could still be doing that now.
I still think I was a little cringy motherfucker.
We all were.
A little trying to be Casey Neistat.
And the worst part of it is I thought it was fucking great. And it sucked. It fucking stank.
Yeah.
It was shit.
But, that's how you get better is doing those things.
I'm worried, like, what if I think this is great and it's actually, I'm going to look back and when I'm like 40 and be like,
well, but
that kid was on some other planet.
On that, like I look back on episodes from like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And,
like, good.
I think they're fine, but I definitely think at least who I am on those episodes is a lot more cringy. I'm all like, hey guys, welcome back to 50%. Whereas now I'm like, fucking let's go, boys. Got a couple of dogs in me.
I actually think you're too hard on yourself. I know you said that a few times. And look, granted, I haven't gone back and listened to all of them, but I do listen to the odd little bit here and there, and I don't think it's that bad. I think
if you think I'm cringy now, you better fucking check out those old episodes.
No, I think you're great. I think you're doing it. I think you're doing the best you can, and we're in the situation that you're in. And
what situation is that? Trapped in a room with you?
This stuck at whatever this has become. Yeah.
All right, Conor, you're just being a good co-host. Everyone, make sure that you check out Conor's podcast For a Laugh with Daniel.
Thank you, everybody.
Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Follow us everywhere. Donate to the Ko-fi if you love us. Roadcaster coming soon as always. Boom, 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 boom.
Is it?
Can we sing out in song?
Sure.
It's Aidan's and Connor's podcast. We're doing classic Who reviews. We're doing classic Who reviews. Do, 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 do. Ha, ha, ha.